What's going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Just United. We are back for the Manchester derby. The Premier League is back. The international break is over. And I know you couldn't wait for that to finish because, my God, was it boring. And this game, I can't wait. I'm joined by my boy, Jay.
Welcome back, peeps. Welcome back to the pod. It's going to be an exciting week ahead. AMORIM'S got a massive test. It's bragging rights across the city. Who's going to win it? I think it's going to be United. I think we're going to do a job on City. It's going to be an amazing game. It's at the Etihad. Not the greatest
stadiums in the city. We know a few better ones in the city. But yeah, I can't wait for this game. How are you feeling going into it?
There's going to be some key battles in midfield, I think. It's going to be a difficult one for us. Going through what we've been through, losing like Cunha, Mount, Delon.
Cunha could potentially be back for this game, though.
Maybe, but I don't know if you want to rush him back because,
True.
It's a long season and he is like probably
vital to our team.
I
think Mount is as well, to be fair. And, we've seen it last season. Does well for the team and then he gets an injury and then, he's out for a while. Let's just hope that it's nothing serious. Ruben Amorim came out after the game and he said that he was playing through an injury. And you know what? That is good to see. But if it's going to make you worse, then you're better off just saying that you can't play and recover properly because we're going to need you this season. You can't be missing.
Mate, we don't
16 games.
We don't need two Luke Shaws in the team.
100%. And you know what? There's a few things I want to talk about for this episode. One of those things is Pep Guardiola because I want to get back to that feeling at the end of the FA Cup game. He's giving Ahmad the dirtiest look you could ever see.
I think to the rest of the team's credit, I think we've actually worked out how City play, and a lot of teams have worked them out, tactically. So, it's a difficult time. It's a difficult transition that City are going through at the minute. Hopefully, we can do a number on them. I mean, when we're looking at stats, the last 5 encounters, it's been quite close. We've got 2 wins. They've got 2 wins, and we've got 1 draw. So, who knows how it's going to turn out this week? Hopefully, we can hit them on a break and be a bit more defensive.
Which is why the next thing I want to talk about is United's attack, because for this game, the first 2 games in the Premier League, the first 2 goals that we scored were own goals. That's embarrassing. Bruno scored, Mbeumo scored. We need to get some other players scoring. Although I do think for this game, Mbeumo and Bruno are going to be key because Bruno has a good game. We know he's going to be threading through those passes, unlocking City's defence. He's had, I think, 7 goal contributions against ManCity. And Mbeumo, I think, he's going to be so crucial for this game. He's got a goal. Hopefully that puts some wind in his sails and we'll be able to get the win. What are your thoughts?
You know what? I'm really looking forward to seeing if we start this new keeper. Stats wise against Anana, he's coming up like he's in the higher percentiles for everything, for goals conceded. For playing out from the back, he's good with his feet. It'll be a really good, really interesting game to see if he starts.
100%. Going to be a lot of pressure on him, and we've seen it with David De Gea when he first came into Premier League. Yeah. Corners, he was just getting dominated. Yeah,
but I think with this keeper, I think with his stats, he looks a better fit for being able to come out and be dominating in the set pieces. The only thing for me is that he's really going to have to embed himself. The good thing is that we're not in any of those competitions like the Cups anymore. So he's got time to settle down with Tom Heaton, get familiar with United, get familiar with the players, go out for stuff to eat, get that team bonding going, link up with Amorim's Portuguese goalkeeping coach, get those hours in, get the set plays going, and really hone himself
in the team as well, isn't it? And you know what, going into this game as well, I like to just think that, City are below us in the league, and we know what's going to end up happening. They'll put some form together and they'll probably go on an unbeaten run. But right now, we've got to take advantage of it. We're above them in the table. I know it's not by much, but we've got to take advantage of this opportunity. Get them while they're down. kick them all the down, as
Yeah,
they say, and let's get those 3 points.
I think we have to start. We have to start fresh, start early, and get that first goal. Because too often last season, we were like, starting late, letting teams get ahead by 2 goals, 1 goal, and then the light bulb goes on, and then we start the attack.
Do you know what? I'm not worried though, to be honest, because I've said it before and I'll say it again. Manchester United against the big teams, we do well because everybody wants to play, everybody wants to be in the team, everybody wants to show the manager, okay, we're a Man United player and we deserve to be in this team. But at the end of the day, the big teams, the good big teams, I should say, do well against the big teams. They can beat anybody, and they also do well against the lesser teams who have that low block and are hard to break down. So I'm not so worried because we've seen it last season, the games against Liverpool. We've seen it this season, the game against Arsenal. The big games we can perform, and let's hope that we can get a result out of this game.
I just think that we need to be more clinical. We need to be more clinical with our chances. We need to be switched on at all times because they can hurt us anywhere in that pitch. With the players they got, they're dangerous. You know what I mean?
Okay, talking of being clinical, let's see what your starting 11 saying.
So my starting 11, I've gone with this team because I felt like we need a surety in in the goalkeeping position. So I've gone with.
It's funny though, isn't it? Because going into this game, there's going to be 2 new goalkeepers playing in it. Got Donnarumma on their side, obviously. I personally would have loved to sign him. I think he's a great keeper. He's massive.
He comes with that pedigree of experience.
And he's massive as well. Like I just feel like, claiming corners, making saves.
Yeah.
It's not going to be too hard for him, really. Yeah. And I hope he has a stinker for this game, to be honest. Our keeper shows him up because they're both going into this game making their debut for each team. But yeah, carry on.
Yeah, as I was saying, I've gone with a new keeper. He comes with a lot of good noise from over in Belgium. So I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful he has a good game, and I'm hopeful that he can really show these doubters. It's a way for him to claim his spot as well. So hopefully there's not so much rotation in that position, and keeps Onana out. I've gone with Lenny Yoro again, starting at on the right hand side of the 2. I've got.
He's been solid so far.
Oh man, yeah, can't complain. Lenny Yoro is one for the future, man. He's like probably one of the best players we've got in that position. I've gone with De Ligt again, centre back, because he's just solid all the time. Doesn't really put a foot wrong. I give him like 7.5 out of 10 every week. I've gone with Luke Shaw again. He needs to be switched on for these crosses. I've gone with Ugarte in centre mid because I feel like we need that defensive kind of, that defensive
player.
Yeah. I've gone with Casemiro as well in that centre midfield. Hopefully we don't get run over again. I've gone with Ahmad as a wing back on the right hand side. I feel like he can hurt City going forward,
as he has done in the past.
Yeah. I've gone with Ruben on the left-hand side because he can do the same as Ahmad as well. It's probably not as much tricks in the bag, but he's potent going forward and he's quite defensively switched on going backwards. I've gone with Mbeumo and Bruno as 2 10s. I think Mbeumo is a dangerous, calculated player. Going forward, he's a threat any side that he plays on, and he's got acres and acres of speed. So I'm hoping he can get beyond their defence and cause havoc and put crosses in for Sesko. And up top, I got the new man.
Let's hope he can get a goal.
Up top, I got the new man, Sesko. I mean, he's played like a few minutes here and there. Come at the end, come on half an hour, 25 minutes. But hopefully, he can get a good start and really show them what we've got. Hopefully we can put some crosses in the goal and see what he's about with that aerial threat.
Okay. So my team is a little bit different. I think this would probably give us our best chance to win. And with the injuries we got with Cunha and Mount potentially being out for this game, it's same keeper. I've gone with same back line, Yoro, De Ligt, Shaw. And then in midfield, I brought my boy Kobe Mainoo in. I hope he gets a game now with those 2 players injured in Cunha and Mount. I've gone with Casemiro as well, sitting next to him. I've gone with Dalot on the right wing back, Dorgu on the left wing back, and then I've gone with Ahmad in the 10, and I've gone with Bruno in the 10, and I've gone with Mbeumo up top. Just because I think, you know, a couple of times we've seen it in pre-season as well. AMORIM'S played Ahmad in that 10 role, and he's done quite well. So I think, you know, for this game, that could really do damage. And I want to get Bruno further up that pitch because, you know, I feel like playing him in the midfield too is really like dampening his game, and you know, it's benefiting the opposition because he can't hurt him like he would if he was further up the pitch. And I really do think that this team is defensively sound. You know, you can rotate between a 5 and a 4 when we drop back, and City have got possession. And I really do think that Ahmad, Bruno, and Mbeumo up top could give us like the best kind of attacking threat that we need.
I agree.
Sesko again could be good coming off the bench if we can get that early goal and we can maybe get a lead, bringing those kind of players off the bench, because obviously we won't have as many options as we would if we had Cunha or Mount in the team. It'd be good to kind of see what maybe he could do coming off the bench. So they line up in a 4-3-3, as you can see on screen right there now. Switches to a 4-2-3-1. And for me, that's really dangerous because, as you can see on screen, you got Donnarumma obviously in goal. You got coming into this game, by the way, ManCity could potentially be missing up to 10 players. You got the likes of Cherky, Guardiola, could potentially be injured. So they got the left back missing. The centre back pairing isn't going to be the same as what it would be. Enrique went off the last game injured, pulled out of international duty. Obviously, again, new keeper. So we got a good chance to test them. Rodri didn't have the best game in his last game against Brighton, which of course we know they lost. And that attack, I think that attack is going to be what obviously makes or breaks this game.
But you know what?
For us?
There was an invincibility about City before. And I think teams used to really fear them when they went to the Etihad or when they used to come to other teams. And, you know, teams could never get hold of the ball. And, you know, this really dampened the spirits of teams sometimes because it just passed the hell out of you. And you'd be like knackered. But I think teams have worked them out now. And I think, you know, this United squad can hurt them.
And if we can sit in, hold our line and, you know, choose our moments when to attack, we'll be able to get a goal, because that front line that they've got is really dangerous in Haaland. He scored in 6 games against us. And, you know, he tends to score pretty much all the time, as we know, in the Premier League. Marmoush never played against us before.
Deadly player.
Making his debut against us. Oscar Bob. But like I said, City got players missing. Foden, injured. Cherky, injured. You know, players that said that they want to hurt Man United, especially Cherky after what we did to him in the Europa League last season. So come on, mate, you can't even get off the bench. What are you talking about? But yeah, I hope we can go into this game and, you know, we can get a result. What do you think is going to be the key battle in this game for us?
I think the key battle for us is nullifying Rodri, because he offers that assurity, he can get up and down the pitch.
And, you know, I was looking at the Brighton game as well, and you're right, because when I was watching that game, they tend to run everything through him.
Yeah.
And it's similar to us.
He dictates the tempo.
It's similar to us. If Bruno has a shit game, you know, we tend to not play as well as what we should. And it's similar to what happened at Brighton. You know, everything was going through Rodri, but it just wasn't clicking for him. He looks a bit rusty. He doesn't look as sharp as what he was last season before he got injured. But yeah, let's hope we can get the win. But tell me your prediction, man.
I'm going for 3-1 Man United.
3-1.
Yeah.
You said 3-1 last time, remember? but you said 3-1 Burnley. Now you're saying we're gonna beat Man City 3-1.
Yeah, because
you said we lose to Burnley, and now you say we're gonna beat Man City 3-1. Okay.
Yeah, because we turn up for the big games and the little games. We don't turn up. So.
Okay. 3-1.
Yeah, 3-1.
Who'd score?
I think Bruno's gonna get a pen. I think Sesko's gonna get 2.
Okay.
Maybe Amit. Actually, Sesko 1, Bruno pen. Ahmad is going to get one from running in behind.
Okay. I'm going to go for a 2-1 win for Manchester United. I think Bruno will score, and I think Mbeumo will score. Let us know what you guys think. Do you agree with our predictions, or do you think we're going to get slapped? Because honestly, it's going to be a tough game, but let's hope the players are up for it. We're up for it. And make sure you're supporting the team on Sunday. That was a preview for the Manchester City game. The Manchester derby is on its way, and we'll catch you on the next one, guys. See you later.
See you soon.